Most boxing fans expected another routine victory when Gervonta Tank Davis stepped into the ring with Lamont Roach. Little did anyone know they were about to witness a controversy that would send shockwaves through the boxing world. If you thought you'd heard it all when it comes to shocking fight decisions, brace yourself. Because what happened in this clash left even seasoned pros questioning the judging. And that's only the beginning. From the opening bell, it became clear Lamont Roach hadn't stepped into the ring as a mere stepping stone. Some experts believed Davis would dominate, yet the first hints of trouble emerged when Roach expertly deflected Davis's signature attacks. Observers noticed how every time Tank tried to find his rhythm, Roach surprised him with footwork or a counter jab that disrupted his flow. Suddenly, the heavy favorite looked less invincible. Even in the early rounds, Roach's composed posture signaled that he wasn't there to survive. He was there to win. Fans watching at home felt a jolt of excitement. Had the unstoppable Gervonta Davis finally met his match? Even more gripping was the sense that the biggest twist was yet to come. But the true drama, some whispered, was only moments away. Everything bowled over when Davis appeared to take a knee in one of the later rounds. At first, some thought it was a slip or a mouthpiece issue. Then rumors spread that Davis claimed something in his hair products burned his eye.
I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you can get knocked out like that, so I'd rather take the knee.
Forcing him to pause. Regardless of the explanation, fans and analysts alike argued that a knee is a knee, and in boxing, that usually counts as a knockdown.
Then, but I didn't really know that you can get disqualified for all that. Or when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But
tempers flared on social media as people replayed that moment. How was that not ruled a knockdown, they asked. Every angle showed Davis voluntarily going down, with no referee count. If it had been recognized as a knockdown, the scoring could have shifted dramatically. This single moment became a flashpoint for what fans now call the biggest missed call of the year. And the backlash, viewers would soon discover, was only growing stronger. It wasn't just casual fans voicing outrage. Well-known figures in the boxing world jumped into the fray. Terrence Crawford was among the first to declare on social media that Roach was robbed, calling the situation crazy. Sean Porter argued that the round with the knee should have been scored 10-8 in Roach's favor. Prominent analysts pointed out the knee, the towel moment, and the fact that the referee didn't appear to make it official.
That should have awarded Lamont Roach the fight. He should have been the winner.
I ain't gonna lie, I love Gervonta. Obviously, we come from a lot of the same shit. But I love boxing, and I seen Lamont Roach outclass Gervonta Davis tonight.
Yeah.
Others in the boxing community joined the chorus. Some said the entire fight changed after that round. Davis got extra time to recover and wasn't penalized for what looked like a blatant knockdown scenario. The conversation spread like wildfire. Accusations of favoritism cropped up everywhere, with people blaming the judges for protecting a major draw. Yet for every voice condemning the outcome, there were those who insisted it was just a confusing moment that didn't merit a knockdown. Tension soared as more professionals chimed in, fueling the debate even further. But just as the uproar escalated, critics warned, the fans got even louder. If the boxing pros were fuming, the fans were outright livid. Social media platforms lit up with threads calling the result everything from a fixed fight to a DM in disgrace. Memes circulated with images of Davis on one knee, captioned with phrases like, "should have been 10-8." Others questioned if the judges were looking at their phones instead of the ring. As the conversation grew, so did sympathy for Lamont Roach. Overnight, many who barely knew his name crowned him the people's champion.
But Lamont Roach just got robbed, gang. Lamont Roach won that fight. I had Lamont Roach edging it 7-5.
Man, Lamont told me he was the best opponent that Tank has faced. I don't think that that's wrong after today.
Despite Davis's star power, it appeared that popular opinion had turned. Some fans suspected a conspiracy. Did the powers that be protect their cash cow, they asked. The tension reached a boiling point when even mainstream sports outlets picked up the story. Is there a deeper bias at play? They wondered. Reports hinted that certain promoters stand to lose millions if Davis's undefeated record is tarnished. The fight result only fanned the flames. But little did the public realize, insiders teased, this controversy was only boosting Lamont Roach's profile. Roach didn't just gain new fans, he gained believers. Before the fight, many expected him to be a footnote on Davis's record. Instead, he delivered what analysts are calling the best challenge Davis has faced yet. Roach's crisp counters, relentless pursuit, and composure under fire all but shattered the invincibility narrative surrounding Davis. Confidence radiated from Roach's corner as he executed strategies many thought impossible against Tank. He turned Davis's aggression against him, punishing mistakes and showcasing ring IQ. Even after the final bell, Roach spoke with conviction, insisting that he had done enough to secure the victory. In the court of public opinion, at least, Roach walked away a winner. His name now circulates alongside top contenders, and many foresee a rematch or a new marquee fight in his future. Overnight, he transitioned from an underdog to a respected threat. But if you think the story ends with Roach's newfound fame, some would caution, you haven't seen what comes next. The immediate aftermath sparked a call for a rematch. Fans on both sides clamored for a clear resolution. Run it back, they demanded. With so many unresolved questions about the 9th round knee and the final scorecards, the only way to settle the dispute, they argue, is a second fight. Promoters, though, operate on more than just fairness. They look at revenue. Davis remains a massive draw, and a rematch could easily become one of the year's most anticipated events. Yet there's also talk of Davis moving on to face other prominent lightweights like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney. Would a rematch overshadow bigger paydays? Or is avenging this controversy Davis's best move to salvage his reputation? For Roach, a sequel represents vindication. A conclusive win would dismantle any lingering doubts, catapulting him into the upper echelon of the division. The stakes could not be higher. But behind the talk of rematches and mega fights, people warned, another force was quietly shaping the narrative. Boxing has always been more than a sport. It's an empire of promoters, networks, and big business. Many critics suspect that Davis's star power influenced the judges, whether consciously or not. The idea is simple. A decisive loss might damage a top earner's marketability, rippling through sponsorships, gate revenue, and future pay-per-view numbers. In a high-stakes game where one controversial decision can generate millions in profit or loss, it's no wonder rumors of partiality run rampant. Fans brandish examples of past fights they believe were scored to favor the house fighter. Detractors argue that boxing's structure inherently favors big names, especially those on the verge of multi-million-dollar showdowns. Does this fight stand as a perfect example of that system? Or is it just another close contest that ended in a draw for legitimate reasons? Skeptics claim we'll never know the full story, but one thing is certain, the conversation has reignited concerns about scoring ethics and the sport's credibility. And that, say insiders, brings us to the final question of this entire saga. So was this a case of biased judging, or simply a clash of styles that left the judges uncertain? No matter which side of the argument you're on, one fact remains. Lamont Roach earned newfound respect, and Gervonta Davis's aura of invincibility took a hit. Fans, fighters, and commentators continue to dissect every detail, from Davis's sudden knee to whether judges are influenced by star power. The public outcry demands answers, but the sport moves on, dangling the possibility of a rematch, or even bigger matchups just over the horizon. One thing is for sure, the debate over how this fight ended isn't dying down anytime soon. Many are now looking ahead, speculating if the next showdown will bring closure or spark another wave of controversy. Until then, viewers are left to wonder what really goes on behind closed doors when everything is at stake in the ring. That lingering question about who truly won and why may well ignite the next blockbuster fight. So stay tuned, because in boxing, the real story never ends. And just when you think you've seen it all, there's always another twist waiting to be revealed.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault.